explicit on one song, so that's a warning. Nothing too crazy, but a little, I guess, a little bit. Yeah, it's just I don't usually do that on these streams or almost any music that I do, but I really like this song, and it's got a curse word, so I'm gonna say it. So, forewarned. So, I'm gonna start off with some loops I've already got in here, and I'm just gonna do some practice. If you would like to make a request, you can do so. My song list is at noahgrove.com/song-list. I'm gonna log into the comment app so I can see comments as they come in. Give me a second. What's that? Making a weird noise. All right, I'm gonna do it with one hand. Should have logged in before. Oh, now it's making me click the chimneys. What an irony. It's making me, do those little games where you have to click the pictures with chimneys or bicycles or whatever it is. And the irony here is something stuck in our chimney. Strong wants me to go get it out. So even this app is reminding me. Okay, so let's do this. I will start with this song, and hope you like it. Write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arms. I used up all of my tricks, I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey or remember my name, and it's probably cause you think you're cooler than me. Got your hot crowd shoes on your feet, and you wear them around like they ain't cheap. But you don't know the way that you look when your steps make that much noise. See, I got you all figured out. You need everyone's eyes just to feel seen. Girl, you're so vain. You probably think that this song is about you, don't you? If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arms. I used up all of my tricks, I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you never say hey or remember my name, and it's probably because you think you're cooler than me. Got your hot crowd switching your walk, and you don't even know when you pass by. But you don't know the way that you look when your steps make that much noise. See, I got you all figured out. You need everyone's eyes just to feel seen. Girl, you're so vain. You probably think that this song is about you, don't you, don't you? If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arms. I used up all of my tricks, I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. Pretty close. Started learning that song this morning, so I feel decent about the progress on that one. I feel that's pretty good. That's I need to learn the lead. There's a lead melody that they do on like a sort of a synthy style instrument. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, all right, let's do this one here. This is I like this song. I don't know if you guys probably, a bunch of you guys probably heard that song. It's something about it. I always really like this song. They think like you're cooler than me. You never say hey or remember my name. And probably, because I don't know, I like this song. It's probably because you think you're cooler than me. You never say hey or remember my name. And it's probably because you think you're cooler than me. And not the hot crowd, way that you walk and meet everyone's eyes just to feel seen. But you don't know the way that you walk when your steps make that much noise. I got you. All right, so let's do this one here. All right, see how this one comes along. All right, let's try it. Didn't get to look very good there. All right. Trying to get my keyboard going here. Let me see. That's why. Keep that low. All right, let's give it a try. Still gotta get these words. It's tough. It's tough to get this all in. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti is nervous. On the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd grows so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, blah. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choked his so bad, but he won't give up. That is, he knows he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to his mobile home. That's when he's back to the lab again. Yo, this whole rap, so you better go capture the moment. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. The soul's escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring, but superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, Homer grows harder. He blows, it's all over. These hoes is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as the Globetrotter. Lonely roads, God only knows he's grown farther from home. He's no father, he goes home and barely knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, cause here goes the cold water. These hoes don't want him no more. He's cold product and moved on to the next road. Flows, no dope, the cold data. The soap opera is whole when it unfolds. I suppose the soul partner, but the beat goes on. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. More games, I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this motherfucking roof off like two dogs' cage. It's playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and moved off stage, but I kept rhyming, I kept writing the next cipher. You best believe something's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. 'Cause man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers. It's no movie, there's no mech fight, but this is my life and these times are so hard. It's getting even harder trying to feed and water through my blood. Teeter-totter, crowded, I'm trying to be a father and a prima donna. Baby mama's drunk, screaming, I'm too much, but we don't want to stay in one spot. Another day and the night, he's got me to the point, I'm like a snail. I got to formulate a plot, we're in up in jail, the shot. She says it's my only motherfucking option. Failure's not, mama love you, but this trailer's gotta go. And not go old. Salem's lot. Here I go, it's my shot. Feed and fail me not. This may be the only opportunity that I got. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you want it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Let me know what you guys think. What's your stuff? Alright, let's see, what's the next one here? I've got up those songs on the left side. You know what, let's try this, Semi-Charmed Life. I was gonna try that like 3 weeks ago and then didn't do it, so let's see here. So I can get a different sounding guitar. let's try that. Got a little off on that. Let's go with it. Redo the drum real quick. Redo this. There we go. I'm packed and I'm holding, smiling, she living, she golden, she lives for me. She says she lives for motivation, her own motivation. She comes around, she goes down on me. I make her smile like a drug fiend. Do ever what you wanna do, coming over you. But smiling, what we go through. Don't stop to the rhythm that divides you. Speaking like the chorus, the verse. Drop to the line with the chord, with the curse. On like a freak show, set the stage. We give them the games to play. Said I want something else to get me through this semi-time kind of life. Baby, I want something else. Not listening when you say Alright, so this is cool. So one, I needed to pick the tempo, get the echo off. I think the tempo needed to come down a little bit. It was a little fast. It needs to groove a little better. And then it's all about the strumming. I think like when you're having open strings versus picking them more punctuated. And I think for like this might be a capo. It might be capoed. It says no. I guess it's just in G. I feel like no. They do it low. Yeah, they do it low. Do do do. But it doesn't feel like it has the right energy to me. I'm gonna save this. All right, let's try it again. Do do. We want more guitar than that. Do do do. the wrong button there. I'm packed and I'm rolling, I'm smiling, she leaving, she golden, she lives for me, so she lives for me. Your ovation, her own motivation comes around, she goes down on me and make me smile like a drug for you. Do ever what you wanna do, come on, keep on smiling when we go through. One stop to the rhythm that divides you. Gotta get it to scroll a little faster. Stick on these words. Rhythm that divides you. One smile at what we go through. One stop to the rhythm that divides you. Speak to you like a chorus to the verse. Shut another line like a corner with a curse. Woman like a freak show takes the stage. Taking on the games and plays. She said, I want something else to get me through this semi-charm kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. Not least than when you say sky was gold, taking strips from the through my nose. Wish I could get back to some place back there. Smiling in the pictures you retain. With the metal that you up until you break. And you won't stop till you come down. Keep stuck with the tick-tock run. Bump with the drop, then I bumped up. Check it, I was moving, then I bumped again, then I bumped again. I gotta listen to this song again. The way those words. Let me run through that verse one time. The sky was gold, it was rose. Take a sip. I don't know. This is one of those songs that, like, this used to play on the school bus. I was talking with this with my band. We were running through this song at like maybe a month or so ago, a month and a half ago, and we're looking at some songs kind of in this era. I remember riding the bus with Ralph, the bus driver, and Ralph was the best bus driver. He was the coolest bus driver, and I don't know what happened to Ralph, but he was the coolest and nicest bus driver. Like you knew he didn't really like go by the rules exactly. Like, you know, the staff, the people in charge probably didn't think he's the coolest bus driver, but all the kids thought he's the coolest bus driver because he let us like actually enjoy our time on the bus, and he would like, you know, play different music for us, or he would always talk to us and greet us. You know, he treated us all like people, you know, and so Ralph was the coolest bus driver. Everyone wanted to ride Ralph's bus. People would even sometimes ride Ralph's bus and then walk the rest of the way home. or like sometimes people, or just like go to their friend's house so that they could ride the bus with Ralph. Anyway, this song used to always play on the bus. And there's some songs like this that, like, they were big, and then if you actually look at the lyrics, it's like they don't feel like when you're feeling the song, they just feel like a pretty cool acoustic jam. But the lyrics are pretty heavy, like in not a clean way, you know, in a way that that's today's live stream. Today's live stream is sort of unintentionally all of the songs that are edgy for me. So this is one of them. I think it's a lot edgier than people realize. So, but anyway, my little spiel. All right, I would do one more because I'm sweating like crazy and I'm getting dehydrated. I need to go chill. So let's do one more. One of these days soon, I'm gonna move this into my actual studio. I need to pave. I've got a path, a sandy path with shells, and it's a little too narrow. This loop table is on wheels, but they are not like the kind of wheels that can get you around on gravel or sand or through shells, for that matter. So I need to get that path so that I can roll this loop station, and then I can get this into my studio, and I'll be able to do longer streams, and not just, you know, pop in for 3 or 4 and then out. So I need to get that done. But let's see here. What's up, Holly? What's up, Rodney? What do you guys want to hear? Hope everything's going good for you guys. I just saw Beyond the Sea. I haven't done that in like enough times, but somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. You know that one? Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands. It's like a somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Something like that. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, far beyond the moon. And then it goes to Keach it again. I know. I'm not doing all those key changes. Bobby Darin. Why? All right, let's look at. I'm just doing like a mild practice here. This is kind of fun, actually. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. That's one that'll come. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free, flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Forget how the verses go. Okay, let's pick one here. Oh, I was working on this one a little bit. This would be cool. And now I forget. I'm too dehydrated to remember. I gotta capo it. Or dial in those falsetto. But really, that needs to be. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. There's ways to do it, but you gotta I gotta push the air differently. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. On a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. It's there. It can be done. There was a guy I saw sing in California one time at this I would call it a hippie resort kind of. It was run by four sisters, and they would have these sort of camps where they'd have people walk through coals. You know, they'd do the fire walk at night and different things. And there was one guy that was there who was a singer, and he did a lot of a cappella kind of looping music, just using his voice. And it was really amazing because he had unbelievable control of his voice, where he could go very low and he could go high. But he was like in perfect control. Where for me, if I want to go really high, and there's probably a technique I need to learn, but when I want to go high, I need to push a lot more air, and I have to be very controlled but intense about it to really hit those notes. I don't know if that's just me, but I also can't, if I'm going low, it's just really difficult to control down there. It's, yeah. But he would be able to go low, and he said it's just all practice, it's all training. You learn, the more you do it, the more you learn how it just works down there in those lower vibrations, and you get really good control over it. So you can do those notes, but have them soft or intense. I think that's just a more developed singer. So, but if there aren't any other singers out there that you've been through it all and you disagree with that, let me know. All right, so let's do okay, absolutely a story of a girl. This is the story of a girl. This is the story of a girl. Cried a river and drowned the whole world. Well, she looks so sad in photographs. I absolutely love her when she smiles. I was just doing. So back then on it, how many days in a year? Spoke of the hope, but she only found tears. And I can't be so insincere, making the promises never for real. As long as she stands there waiting, wearing the holes in the soles of her shoes. How many days disappear? Look in the mirror, so how do you choose? Clothes never wear as well the next day. Pick one here that I'm going to stick with and follow through to the end. And I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a Frank Sinatra song. So we are going to do... This will be a good one for me to just lock in. I'm pretty close on it, but there's some changes that need... Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I want to slow down, and we're going to go without a pick. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my heart apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose. Oops, 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 oops. That's the part that's tricky. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. close. It's close. I promise it's close. It might not sound like it, but it is. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you. And the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And we go to the B flat minor 7, and that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. You're lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Pretty close, pretty close. Pretty close, pretty close. A little out of tune. A couple notes out there. But yes, you're lovely. Never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. I'll tell you what, I'm going to end on a DC Talk song. Let's see what DC Talk songs are here. I could do What If I Stumble. Let's see. Let's look at DC Talk songs. There's so many good DC Talk songs. Okay, I'm going to do this one. All right, I want to see about this one here. There's a song I've been listening to lately. I kind of started listening to. I'm sorry to hear that, Holly, and I'm glad that this song touches you, you know. That's always the best thing as a musician, so thank you for telling me that. All right, so let's see. DC Talk is a phenomenal Christian band from like the 90s. I'm not sure that if they're still making music today. I don't think they are. But I think, you know, looking back, you could probably say they were ahead of their time. And almost every song that they do, whether you want to make an argument about whether or not it's a good song, I think all of them are good songs at minimum. I don't know that there's one that stands out as a bad song, but they all are so well done. Even the songs that you might say are lesser songs, they're just the attention to detail and musicianship is top notch, competitive with anything else that's out there, in my opinion. And these songs hold up today. It's just one after the other. I'm listening to them like, that's fresh. That's still, it's still fresh. It's still great. So, I'll try this one. This is the first time I play this one. Pages filled with the holy message think long ago. There we go. They got the chords wrong on this. Here we go. Pages filled with the holy message, sealed with the kiss from heaven on a scroll long ago. Phrases, words that were bound together, now have the power to sever like a sword evermore. Heed the words divinely spoken, may your restless heart be broken, let the supernatural take hold. They don't got the chords right. Hold. Let the supernatural take hold. That's it. There is love in the red letters. There is truth in the red letters. There is hope for the hopeless, peace and forgiveness. There is life in the red letters, in the red letters. One man came to reveal a mystery, changing the course of history, made the claim he was God, ageless, the born of a Virgin Mary, spoke with the voice that carried the years, it persevered. Heed the words divinely spoken, may your restless heart be broken, let the supernatural take hold. There is love in the red letters. There is truth in the red letters. There is hope for the hopeless, peace and forgiveness. There is life in the red letters, in the red letters. One man came to reveal a mystery, changing the course of history, made the claim he was God, ageless, but born of a Virgin Mary, spoke with the voice that carried through the years, and persevered. Heed the words divinely spoken, may your restless heart be broken, let the supernatural take hold. There is love in the red letters. There is truth in the red letters. There is hope for the hopeless, peace and forgiveness. There is life in the red letters, in the red letters. I don't know how to end it. They do like a whole, it's a song originally performed with the band, and they have a whole way they do that, but I think it's a beautiful song, so I wanted to give it a try. All right. Hey, you know that song? That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great song. Heed the words divinely spoken, may your restless heart be broken, let the supernatural take hold. There is love with DC Talk. They got some good. They got some really good songs. I could play a whole show of DC Talk songs. Maybe one day. I'd love to do that. Actually, that would be amazing. Make a DC Talk like cover band that tours. I don't know that one's been done, and they just have unbelievable music. I mean, that's actually a pretty good idea. It's great music, you know. That's something I've kind of come to in my songwriting and music career over the course. Like when I first was getting going, I was like, you know, I drove out to LA, lived in my car, and did this stuff, and I did it out of faith, and in a big way, it was faith in God. I wasn't sure if He existed or not, but I just thought, on the off chance that He does, I'm just gonna believe. I think there's the only way that you know. The only way I think you'll hear Him is if you just believe. Something along those lines is what was in my head. I mean, it's like having faith like a child. They talk about, and that's the main thing is you got to have, you know, a pure faith. And so I just committed myself, and I committed myself more to music though than I did. I committed myself more to myself in a way than I did to God. I think at the time I had told myself, or I thought that I was committing myself to God. And I think to a certain degree I was surrendering myself to something else in a way, but I don't know exactly necessarily what that was. It was pretty mixed, I guess. I don't know. But what am I even trying to say? I don't know. I lost it. I actually am now really, that idea is pretty exciting to me to make a DC Talk cover band. That would be amazing. Because they've got such great music. It's so well laid out. It would be difficult to play. So I mean, it would be difficult to do it, you know, anywhere close to their level. They're so detail oriented and they're so dynamic and they've got their tones down. I mean, have you heard "So Help Me God"? So help me God to put my faith in you. So let's see. Yeah, what I was saying is like, as I go on, so earlier on in my career, my journey of music, you know, I would have these songs come to me, and I've had songs comes to me in a dream, and I always wanted to put the art first. I didn't want to confound the message. It's like there's a message that needs to happen, and I'm just trying to get it right. And so I wrote songs like "Big Picture," "Get on the Upbeat," "My Family Loves Me," "Found Myself Again." These songs that I thought would be really helpful for people that are struggling with different things to see purpose, a greater purpose in their life, to live with more virtue, and I still now I'm writing some songs like that. My band just put out a song called "How I Can Say Goodbye," that's about that. But eventually I've just sort of discovered there's so much music out there, and you know, it really doesn't matter. It's not so important that you write new music. You know, so many people put so much pressure. In my mind, when I hear so many people talk about, you know, writing original music, and that's great. You know, there are great new original songs that come out. I think I've written some. You know, I think maybe some somewhat distinct ones that are really meaningful and could be helpful. But there's so much music out there, and there's so many great songs. It's like, it doesn't really matter if you wrote it or if somebody else wrote it. What matters is the message good, and is the message being delivered? Is the message being put out there? Because there's lots of different ways to say kind of the same message and the same fundamental messages. You know, the most important messages are pretty basic, and yeah, I mean, I think one of the most basic messages that's important is be a good person. Like trust your conscience. Like listen to. I think God probably does live in all of us, and I think that's our conscience. And so I think that you can't escape your conscience, and so justice is inevitable. Anybody that lives, anybody that makes sort of hateful choices, you have to carry out the rest of their life with that. They have to carry that in their conscience. You don't get away with it. Like no matter what happens, you could get away with it on a physical level, You can get away with it in life, in a physical way. You know, maybe you get money, maybe you get what you think you want, but your spirit and your soul, which is the primary, is your existence, does not get away with it, and it's polluted and it's corrupted and it's sick, always. And there's nothing you can. The only thing you can do about that is live in love. And so I just think that's so I mean, you can make the choice whether you think that's more important or getting money is more important. But I think that's a basic, true principle about life. All right, so yeah, let's see. So help me God, because that one has. I don't know if the chords are going to be here for that. Yes. They've got them here, but I don't know if they're right because there's so few of them. So they've got a tab. No chords. It's a tab. Which is what it is. Yeah, it's a tab. Because it's a guitar riff. And I got to get Brett to do that. Bombarded by philosophy to satisfy the surface. I feed in something deeper at the risk of seeking purpose. How can I hang in this environmental state of being when everything I'm striving for is nothing that I'm seeing? Won't you take my heart? Won't you take my soul? Won't you take it? Come, make me whole again. You got what I need, and you never retreat until I will concede. So help me God, to put my faith in you. So help me God, before I come unglued. Call it my addiction, I can't get enough of you. So help me God, to put my faith in you. Something like that. I gotta practice that. Hey, I kind of figured that out. That was totally on the fly with no help from anything. That was, sure. I'm getting better at this stuff. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, Holly. It was a pleasure. Thanks for giving me somebody to play to. I'm gonna go and drink some water. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, thanks again for listening. That was fun. Now I'm gonna go listen to. I'm actually pretty excited about this idea. I don't know who. There's got to be people in Charleston that would be up for that. There's got to be. That would be such a cool cover band, especially right now, because it's that music would be perfect for right now. And like nobody's playing it. There's one thing, like a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I started working in a lot more contemporary Christian into my sets. And I never really played them anywhere because you just never hear them anywhere, you know? I was playing at a distillery like 3 weeks ago, and they put this music on that's like this just disgusting music, you know? It's like all about... It was so profane, no like moral merit to it at all. It's just despicable content and sounds, and we're in a public space. There's a thing called Pickers Hullabaloo at Firefly Distillery, and they're playing this music, and there's kids running all around. And I was talking to my drummer, you know, saying, you know, well, I guess probably most of the kids can't really hear, you know, they don't really understand what's being said in this music. It's kind of spoken fast and whatnot. And Lou was like, "You'd be surprised, man. You know, I raise kids, and it goes in. They're very perceptive." Anyway, and I was just thinking, it's like, I just think it's so inappropriate. If you want to listen to that on your own time, sure, but to be blasting that out publicly in an event that has all these families and all these little kids running around, I don't even want to repeat the words that were being said. It's just it was terrible words, Anyway, so I just think like I see a lot of that, and just there's a lot of division. There's a lot of lack of trust in these days, and Christian contemporary music. Yeah, like I said, 3 years ago I started playing it more. Started working it into my set and learning these songs because I grew up with these songs and I loved a lot of these songs. I think there's some great bands, Jars of Clay, and DC Talk, Newsboys. Who else? Stephen Curtis Chapman, Michael W. Smith had some good stuff. I don't know. There's a bunch of good contemporary Christian music from the '90s, and maybe there's today. I just haven't listened to it for a while, but some of that stuff then was like felt like genuine music from people that really believed what they were in the message that they were promoting. And so I started working it in my sets, and then I found like I played a DC Talk song that wasn't one of their big hits. Hope and pray, I've been waiting. Everybody needs somebody to love. There's no question, straight from heaven, you're my angel. I'm so crazy for you. You're a godsend, a blessing from above. You've been godsend to me. You're a godsend, I've been dreaming of a godsend. So that's Godsend by DC Talk. Wasn't like one of their big songs, but I played it at a Sunday brunch farmers market on Poorhouse, and this guy gave me a dozen eggs that he was selling eggs at the farmers market, and he said he hasn't heard that song in a long time. It was so cool to hear somebody cover that song. And I was playing Audio Adrenaline, I don't know where you made your friends or where you call your home. I don't know where you eat your meals or where you talk on the phone. I don't know if you got a family, say a mom or dad. I don't know if you feel love at all, but I bet you wish you had. Come and go with me to my Father's house. Come and go with me to my Father's house. It's a big, big house with lots and lots of room. A big, big table with lots and lots of food. So there's that one. Actually, I think that one I played that at a sort of outdoor event for this like neighborhood called Bowen Neighborhood Nights, like Monk's Corner or something like that. I think there was an actual member of Audio Adrenaline there, and he came up and told me that. I didn't know. I kind of like didn't hear what he said, and then I was processing. I was like, wait a second. I think he just told me he was Audio Adrenaline. And I kind of like, I didn't know what he said. And, a lot of times people come up and there's like, hey, I know that song or whatever. And I'm just kind of going through the motions, if it's another gig, another day. And most of the time it's just background music and people aren't that interactive and it's hot or whatever. So people say different things and I just like, maybe I need to be more interactive. But he said that, and I think he was an actual member of Audio Adrenaline. And then I was like, man, how cool is that? Because he probably never gets to hear his music covered. You know, it's just not something that you hear very often. And that song in particular, when I've played that a lot of different places, I'll have families come up to me and say, my kids jam to this all the time. That's so cool that you're playing this song. So I think there's a lot of people out there that are really familiar with this music, that love this music, and it just and most musicians just don't play it. You know, and so anyway, long way of saying I like this idea of being a DC Talk cover band because the music is fantastic. I don't know that I would get tired of it. There's just so much good music, and there's so much variety in what they do. You know, you go back into their earlier years, and there's a whole bunch of rap. I mean, I really want to do Jesus Is Just All Right. Jesus Is Just All Right. Now they've got it as the Doobie Brothers, which that's who originally did it. But I know it as DC Talk. Jesus is just all right with me. Oh yeah, Jesus is just all right. Jesus is just all right. Do 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 do. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Oh yeah. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Jesus is just alright with me. Jesus is just alright. I don't care what they may know. I don't care where they may go. I don't care where they may know. Jesus is just alright. He's alright. You know that Jesus, he's my friend. But then there's a rap version that I don't see that they put this. Oh, because that's the Doobie Brothers. That's right. The DC Talk has this whole rap section, which is a ton of fun. Again, I think they may be somewhat ahead of their time, and this music really may be perfect for right now. I like the idea. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm excited. Thanks again, Holly. I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.